Today we are going to be talking about the U.S. Congress. The U.S. Congress, according to the Constitution, is the most important branch of the government. By this I mean the national government, not the state government. We know this because the Constitution mentions Congress first right after the preamble. It is located in Article 1, Section 1. It states that all legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in the Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and a House of Representatives. This means that the U.S. Congress is a bicameral system, meaning that it is made up of two chambers, the House of Representatives and the Senate. As a result, each house has different requirements for being eligible to be in those houses. For the House of Representatives, you have to be a minimum of 25 years old, be 7 years a citizen, and a legal resident of the state you represent. For the Senate, you have to be 30 years old, 9 years a citizen, and a legal resident in the state that you represent. The House of Representatives has 435 members, and the number of members from each state is based on the state's population from a census that takes place every 10 years. The Senate has 100 members, with 2 members from every state. Although the Senate and the House of Representatives' main function is to pass laws, there are still some differences. The Constitution gives each house specific powers. First off, the Senate can ratify treaties, impeach officials, and they have the power to confirm the appointment of executive officials that require confirmation. However, the House of Representatives have the power to impeach the president, the power to select the president if no candidate wins the electoral college, and that all bills that include taxing must go through the House of Representatives. Now let's talk about how a bill becomes a law. Although this barely happens anymore because of the polarization within Congress and within the president. First, an idea is proposed by anyone, and then it is presented in Congress by a Congress member. Then, depending on who drafts the bill is submitted to the House or the Senate. Next, the bill is sent to the appropriate committee. There, the permanent committee defines the bill, and then the committee chair assigns that bill to the corresponding subcommittee. Then that subcommittee studies the bill, and the chair and other committee members decide whether or not to schedule the bill for discussion. If they decide to schedule it, then it moves on. If not, it dies. This is where most bills end up dying. If the bill passes, then the committee must write up the key points of the bill, the changes, how it compares to current laws, and why they approved of it. It is then sent to the House of Representatives or the Senate. Next, the House or the Senate sets the rules for debating the bill. If it is approved, then a conference committee occurs where both members of House and Senate discuss and change the bill so that it will be passed. But if both houses approve, it is sent to the president, which he can approve or veto. If he vetoes it, it can die or it can be made into a law if 2/3 of Congress approve of it. If he approves, then it becomes a law. Laws are rarely passed though because of, as mentioned before, the divided government and the polarization within Congress. For example, stricter gun laws are hard to pass because the president is Democratic, so he supports it, but Congress is mostly made up of Republicans, so they do not support it. So the stricter gun laws do not make it through Congress because the Republicans are against it, and also because of lobbyists. So stricter gun laws will not be able to be implemented because of the polarization and the divided government. This is why I chose Congress, not only because it is the branch that makes up the laws that affect us, but also because it is the most interesting branch to me because there is so much that makes this branch up and that can change this branch.